It is chilly this morning. My goodness. I'm just gonna, talk like this, like a blob. Like I'm getting a haircut for now. I'm a mountain. Hello. Welcome to Listen Up, Lilith. My name is Lilith, and it's time to listen up. I know I'm late. I'm sorry. It's chilly this morning, so I'm gonna be a minky mountain. Minky mountain. I love that. Um, yeah. A couple of updates. And yeah, developments, shall we say. First things first, we're still on plateau watch. I say this every time, but my weight has only been fluctuating between 95.4 and 96. So 95.4 and 96. So there's about that 100-gram difference, um, which, because I'm stuck there, I'm starting to question a lot of things. I know, geez, words. I want to word this right so that I'm not like giving you guys a bad idea as to where my mental state is, especially. But I am starting to question, like, am I doing enough? Am I doing the right things? I know I unfortunately have not 100% been sticking to my diet, but that's because convenience, unfortunately. Um, I cannot, with how crazy my day job is going at the moment, especially. I don't have the ability to go out, stand in line for 20 minutes and get a salad from Peter Pit, or from Subway. Yes, I could absolutely make them myself, but that means having to prep it at home and having to store it, and then it's not fresh. I like fresh. I really love fresh. I don't like wilted salad, and I do not like wilted tomato. Yes, I could just take it with me, but that's a lot of stuff to bring with me. There's a lot of things that are like in the way, so I would prefer to just go out and get a fresh salad if I could. But I don't always have the convenience of doing that, so I sometimes have taken to swapping full fresh food with shakes. Yes, I have done that. And I am going with these ones because there is only 20 grams of sugar, um, compared to, I'm only just realizing there's more sugar in this one than there is the protein, so that's a concern. Maybe it's time to find some better stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I I feel like I'm doing right some days, and I feel like I'm doing wrong the others, most of the others, because I'm still at this weight, which is making me question a lot of things, like if I really should go back to a gym and if I should start doing these things again, and I really don't want to, because I don't want to build muscle. I want to lose fat. I don't want to build muscle. I would prefer to tone so that it doesn't look bad, but I don't want to build muscle. Like, that's not my goal. My goal is to lose the weight and to feel comfortable in my own body. Um, and I don't want to go to a gym and start doing weights and stuff like that to, like, because that would then like skew the number that's on the scale. And I know I'm using the scale as a means of measurement of weight loss at this point, but that's because, madam, excuse you, that is because um, when you build muscle that's heavier, I'm using these scales to just kind of measure where things are going because my goal is weight loss. It is fat loss. Yes, I could grab a tape measure and I could be measuring myself that way, and I am seeing the physical difference from having dropped the 7 to 8 kilos, nearly ish, roughly. That's what I'm telling myself, so I feel better. Um, I am seeing the physical difference and I am noticing the health benefits that I've already experienced at this point since this time in October. But we are 4 months down and I have not seen any changes for 3 of those months. So I'm starting to question if I need to start pushing myself in a direction that is probably not the best for me. Like, I will probably hurt myself, but I will get the result that I want. I know they say there's no pain, no gain. There's no, you know, you got to work hard to get the results that you want. I know that 100%. But it's all discipline, it's all routine, it's all this stuff, and I need stability at first, to be completely honest. I need stability first. I need to know that I've got a regular schedule. I need to know that what I'm going to do is not going to impact other things, so on and so forth. It would be really convenient if my work had a gym nearby, but the only gym that's nearby my work is Les Mills, and Les Mills starts at $25 a week. No, thank you. No, thank you. That would be too much of a commitment for me. It's too much of a commitment for me because that is a lot of money for a basic gym membership. I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. And then there's a lot of, yeah, no, there's just a lot going on. Did a lot. I'm reevaluating my goals, and I want to question my doctor, be like, can she refer me to someone that can help me figure out what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. Can she refer me to a dietitian or something like that? I don't know. My diet is sticking to a lot of protein meals and fresh, healthy meals if I can. Every so often, I will, just out of convenience, have to grab something quick and easy and really probably not good for me. Um, but otherwise, I stick to, shakes or fresh salads. My breakfast is usually just a protein up and go, only because I don't like to. I don't know what it is. I don't like solid food in the morning. I don't know what that is. What's about that? For some reason, like when I've woken up, I do not like solid foods. I don't know why. I sound like a baby. When I say it like that, I sound like a baby, but I just don't know what it is. I can't do the texture. I don't know what it is. Um, but yeah, I just stick to something liquid in the morning these days. Um, but yeah, I've got to question a lot of things, and I hate this fucking plateau that I'm stuck on because I really don't want to push myself, um, only to see results. But I might have to do that if I want to, see results. So I'm thinking that's going to start. I'm going to look into it this week, and I'm going to recover because I've had an injury. Surprise! Yes, I'm telling you, this is 7 minutes and 30 seconds in. I had an injury over the weekend, and I sprained my ankle, so I have to rest on that. I have to let that recover first before doing anything else. Yeah, and it sucks. I feel so lethargic, and I hate it. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way we got to do it. But yeah, I'm sorry, that is 7 minutes of ranting, and I hope that made sense. I'm sorry. Um, Moving on, update wise, we're going to move right along. We're going to completely drop that subject because that is now, I've said my piece. Moving on. Next update being, so I started seeing a chiropractor. Because of my day-to-day job. I'm an administrator. I do a lot of work, like 40 hours of work at a desk behind a computer, typing away most of the day. Like I do get, like when I'm at work, I do get my 6,000 steps a day. I'm always running around the office. I'm always running to find people because they don't respond to their emails. I'm always doing things like that. Plus, I have a nasty habit, which is my only vice, and I will not give this up just yet because I like this vice, and this vice is harmless to me. It's not harmless in general. I know it's not. I know the problems with vaping and smoking, but yeah, I have no problems with it myself because it's the only vice I have left. And if I have nothing left, then I'm going to go insane and probably destroy my diet and go straight back to sweets. So I started seeing a chiropractor. I had a point. I'm sorry. I had a point. I started seeing the chiropractor because I have been going to a massage therapist for a little while, for about 6 months, and I've felt no difference at all in my muscle care, in the muscles in my back, nothing like that. So because when I started seeing her, she said, oh yeah, all your tension is in your back, it's in your spine, you're holding it in your shoulders, we're going to work on that, and in your neck. I'm like, okay, cool. I have an expert telling me what she thinks is right, cool, so we'll work with that. And I just ended up in pain. So I went to the next step and I started seeing a chiropractor. A chiropractor, it's been 2 weeks and already I feel so much better. Oh my goodness, so much release. So, tiny bit of backstory. When they asked about my injury history, she zoned in on the injury that I had in February of 2022. So this was 3 years ago now. I threw my hip out. I could not put any weight on my leg, and I was on tramadol for about 6 months, because it was searing, agonizing pain for a long, long time. Like, I couldn't walk properly for ages, and I had to relearn to trust my legs, like to trust my hip and everything like that. Even now, I'm just like, if I sit wrong, I could be in a serious amount of pain. Um, and she laid me down on the table. She listened to everything I had to say, and she goes, "That sounds like a ligament tear. It sounds like you've torn the ligament that was in the hip joint and the ball, like that bit that holds it together. I somehow tore that." Um, she felt down my hip, down my leg, and up my back, and she goes, "Your entire right side is extremely tight. You've been compensating for 3 years. This is not good. We're going to work on that. We're going to work on some structure, some stability." And it's only been a couple of weeks, but oh, I already feel so much freer. Even like, I say that because over this past weekend, with all the photo shoots that I was doing, any squatting down and trying to get into that weird position to get the good shot, because we want that good shot, um, it took it was a lot easier to get into that squatting position, to get down. She's working on the muscles down in my back and in my hip. She's also done some readjustments in my shoulder and my neck, because my posture is terrible. It really is. And I feel bad because every time she goes, "Sit down on the table," I'm sat up, straight and upright. Ooh, dots. Dots. Um, yeah. The so yeah. There's a few things that I need to work through with that one, but yeah, she's noticed that I've absolutely been compensating for 3 years. But the other thing that she noticed, because she got to go back and have a look at my X-ray from like the day after the injury, went back to Pacific Radiology and saw the X-ray. Uh, to the untrained eye, to the first person who's looking at this, apparently I had a good, healthy looking hip. There was no visible injury. There was no like tearing or any evidence that it could have dislocated or anything like that. To So immediately, like, suspicions were raised because of the report. Normally, when you get an X-ray done, you get a full workup, you get a full description, you get a report on like what's going on. But this report was 2 words: no injury. That's it. I'm like, did you? I remember you watched me as I waddled down the hallway, refused to help me, and listened to me struggle and whine as I tried to move my leg out into that like frog position so you could see the ball joint. And you're saying no injury? That's pathetic. That is ridiculous. Always go for a second opinion. And because my chiropractor went back to that practice and said, "Hey, can we get a proper workup on, like, a proper report on this X-ray? Because that is pathetic. That is not a report. That is a comment. That is it." Um, they informed her that that person does not work there anymore. So, not surprised. Not surprised. Based on that report, not surprised. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna get referred for an MRI because based on my history, based on what I've experienced since then, there is a very good chance, and what she could see on the X-ray as well, actually, when she went back and looked closer, she could see that there was a little bit of flaring in the socket that my bone sits in, this bit that normally cradles around the hip joint. Is a little bit of a flare. Little bit of a flare. At least from what she could see from the 2D image that was just straight down. And that that is what is typically classed as hip dysplasia. Now, I'm going to get referred for the MRI so that we can confirm this, but that is the leading theory as to why I have so much pain in my hip since then, and what would have caused it in the first place. So yeah, I'm 29 years old and I'm being investigated for hip dysplasia. The way that I word that makes it sound like I did a crime of some kind. I did me a crime. No, I didn't. But you get my point. If it can't be cured, it can't be surgically fixed or anything like that. All we do is manage. But at least it would be really good to know, so I know in the future that if I have pain in my hip, it's because I have hip dysplasia. My knees click really, really loudly because I have hypermobility. I'm one of those people that can like twist my arms around like this and be like, hey, look at my cool tattoo. Do you like the other tattoo? Like, yeah, so I have hypermobility in my skeletal system. Yeah, and oh, even better, my chiropractor also, she's been doing resets between my shoulder blades and in my neck, and just, oh, I feel so free. I don't feel the twitches and the twingles anymore. I just, oh, yeah. So there's that. That's been going on. But I've got an appointment with her today, and I get to be that person that goes, hey, I hurt myself. Oopsies. Yeah. Also, I lost a nail. These are my real nails. These are all my real nails. This is just a vain moment. These are my real nails, so I've been properly growing them out, but my nail person puts builder in a bottle on them, and one completely came off, and I don't know how, I don't know why, but it just completely popped off. I'm like, you're not a fake nail, you're not supposed to do that. What the hell happened? I don't know. Okay, 17 minutes. Anyone who's been joining me for the crafting stuff, for Crafting Confidence Thread by Thread, thank you so much for joining me. It has been incredible. It has been so much fun to start. I'm just having some mental blockages on how to edit certain videos. So, yeah, bear with me on that one. We're gonna work on it, okay? Okay, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, yeah, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, things will be getting better. I don't have a proper timeline, but this is the point when I have to start working on cosplays for the year ahead, because I do have quite an intense schedule ahead, as I'm going to be going to Christchurch Armageddon, Wellington Armageddon, Palmerston North Armageddon, and Auckland Springgeddon. Not Wintergeddon, but Springgeddon, as well as a few other events that should be coming up throughout the year. Don't know yet, haven't confirmed. Have confirmed the Rotorua Ball. That is confirmed. That is always confirmed with me. But yeah. Sorry. So yeah, I have to start doing that, and I have to start working on that with the body that I have. So let's give it a go. Let's see how it goes. Happy Valentine's Day for everyone on Friday. I hope you feel lovely. Yeah, I hope you have fun. And if you're a single Pringle, remember, it's all just like ballet. It's always better to have a clean single than have a messy double. Bye. Happy crafting, happy exercising, happy dieting, happy whatever. Happy Valentine's Day, even if you love yourself. I know I don't love myself, so this is gonna be fun, but we'll talk about it later. Okay, bye. I'm rambling.